next station is Hoxton.
Hey, I'm Seth Troxler, and I want you guys to listen to Hoxton FM.
Hi, this is Marshall Jefferson, the godfather of house music, and you're listening to Hoxton FM.
Seb Zito from Fuse, and I'm bigging up the Hoxton FM crew.
My name is Derek May on Hoxton FM.
Yo, what's going on, cuz? Martinez Brothers, Hoxton FM, baby.
Hi, this is Wolfgang Fleur, and you are listening to Hoxton FM.
This is DJ Fitchy from Fat Freddy's Drop. You're tuned into Hoxton FM.
Powered by Prison Sound.
So I think we are live for our first show. This is here Will Ballard.
Yeah, good evening.
Hello, good evening. And I'm Alex Pickle Payano. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Hello, hello, hello. Perfetto. That's the first thing. So it's our, I mean, I don't know for you, but for me it's the first show ever. First radio show. I'm speaking for the first radio show. Regarding the being in a show or doing gigs and everything, it's not the same for you. I think it's.
Yeah, I've done a few interviews, a few live recordings, that kind of thing. But first time I'm in here, kind of co-presenting, if that's what I'm doing.
Fantastic.
Is that what I'm doing?
I would say so. That's exciting. I will say we could start with our first track. And it's a jazz song, considered that we are in the jazz festival here in London, right?
Yes, and we'll be talking about some of the gigs and things coming up in the festival later on.
Yeah, we go. First song now on. Mm-hmm.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk to you again because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone narrow streets of cobblestone. Neath the halo of a street lamp I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share, and no one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool, said I, you do not know silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming, and the sign said the words of the whispered in the sound of.
That was the sound of silence. Carmen McRae.
Carmen McRae, perfect.
Carmen McRae. Will is we know each other because many things, but he's also helping me to get better with my English. I'm Italian, half German, so trying to do my best with this foreign language.
And doing extremely well.
And actually, I'm doing the same with him with the Italian. Will is a fantastic Italian speaker. Buongiorno, Will. Buongiorno. So the next record is up to you. But before, I would like to say the name of our program is Everyone is Invited. And of course, we will speak about music, we will speak about jazz, but we will also talk about food and probably about art and producer that do art object and art elements.
Exactly. We'll talk about all the things which are in this part of London. You know, we're in the studio on Hackney Road, which is full of musicians. As a musician, you know, you walk up and down the street. It takes you 10 minutes to get 100 yards because you see everyone you know.
Everything. Yeah.
But obviously there's loads of fantastic new restaurants, bars, coffee places, and we'll be having people from lots of these lovely places that we spend most of our time in.
You could eat at 7 in the morning and never stop, actually. That could be the kind of life you could have here. And really with a good quality and really good food. So today we actually will have a guest that will arrive maybe in a half an hour, which is Eddie from Frizzante around the corner. And then there will be also Leah. There's a fantastic artist that will be with us later on. So up to you.
Yeah, well, let's have another song. So this is, if anyone's looking at the cam, fantastic Herbie Hancock record called Taken Off. Herbie Hancock's one of these guys who's had about 5 careers worth of music in his years. There was a great interview with him in one of the newspapers in The Guardian on Saturday about his career, about playing with Miles from the age of 23 and all the rest. This is an album with Freddie Hubbard and Dexter Gordon, and this is another funky little track called Driftin'.
We Are. What a beautiful song was that.
Yeah, fantastic. So that was with great trumpet player, but actually playing flugelhorn on that, Freddie Hubbard, Dexter Gordon tenor sax, Butch Wellman bass, Billy Higgins drums, and of course Herbie Hancock piano in 1962, the year before he joined Miles Davis's band. There you go.
Wow, that's fantastic. But I know that you have a surprise for us. So in there we have ready to play your new work. They will be also live, could it be, in the next days?
Absolutely, yes. So this is a quartet I play in with one of the most excellent young tenor sax players in the country, a chap called John Shinoy. This is his debut release as a band leader. The band's called Draw by Four, and we had a big tour earlier in the year, which is called the Framework Tour, and he wrote a suite of music around some paintings, which is a interesting, different way to approach composition. And we're going to play a track from the new album, which is it's being officially released in the new year when we have another tour around April. But tomorrow night and Wednesday night, we're doing...
Write it down.
Write it down, indeed. We're doing a gig at a fantastic new venue up in Hampstead, which I will tell you all about later on.
Wonderful.
Which is called the Hampstead Lounge and Jazz Club. Going to be the best new jazz venue in London. We'll talk about that later, but this track from John is called The Deluge and is based on a painting by Winifred Knights. If we had more idea what to do with the equipment, we're just learning, we could have had the painting on the website to accompany this. Next time we're in, we'll do exactly that.
Can't wait to hear this track, I would say.
Absolutely. So if we know how to use the CD player.
Let's try. So try to go down here, so we kill our voices. Ciao for now. And I think we go up there. wasn't it something? I love that. I really love that, and I want to discover more about it. Please, Will, tell us more.
Well, what do you want to know? Well, most importantly, that was John Chennault on tenor saxophone, Sam Dunn, Sheffield's finest, Sam Dunn on guitar, and Kris Draper on the drums, and myself playing Hammond organ, Hammond B3 organ. The thing that John would probably want to tell you about it is, as well as it being based on this Winifred Knights painting, it lifts a little bit of a chord sequence from a beautiful Duke Ellington song called "Come Sunday," part of his what's it called, the religious settings he did, which my mind has gone blank for a moment. But he takes that little piece of chord sequence and turns it into a completely different tune, which is very clever. From the second sacred concert, I think, by Duke Ellington.
You told me something. There was a sound that I was thinking, what instrument is that? I was completely surprised, and maybe that not many so expert people will think exactly the same thing that I was. The same question.
Yes, in the middle, that's a guitar, but with an octave pedal. So that's his the glory touch for the final course of guitar solo when he's swapping 8-bar improvising with the saxophone.
Wonderful. Definitely, I would like to hear more from this album. Maybe we could show the cover, and in the meantime, we will listen another track that is from one of the person and singer that sadly passed away a few years ago, which is Mark Murphy. And but his voice will always be alive in our heart, in our minds. So that's the cover.
Yeah, this is the cover indeed, and this will be on sale. It's a kind of pre-release launch party we're having tomorrow night and Wednesday night up in Hampstead. So it's the NW3 jazzlounge.co.uk is the website if you want to have a look at it.
We will also speak about the venue, because I know that the renew and everything, so we have to talk about where is it exactly and explain a little bit more about the venue. But a little bit music first. And
absolutely, let's hear from Mark Murphy.
Let's see if we learn it right.
Yeah, we're getting quicker.
Yeah, we're getting kind of quicker. So we go down with here, we go down with that, we go up with the volume, and the meantime start.
Dean, ragged in a moth-eaten overcoat he brought especially for the freezing temperatures of the east, walked off alone. And the last I saw of him, he rounded the corner of 7th Avenue, eyes on the street ahead, and bent to it again. Old Dean's gone, I thought, and out loud I said, he'll be all right. So, in America, when the sun goes down, and I sit on the old broken-down river pier watching the long, long skies over New Jersey and sense all that raw land that rolls in one unbelievable huge bulge over to the west coast, and all that road going, all the people dreaming in the immensity of it. And in Iowa, I know by now the children must be crying in the land where they let the children cry. And tonight the stars will be out, and don't you know that God is Pooh Bear? The evening star must be drooping and shedding her sparkler dims on the prairie, which is just before the coming of complete night that blesses the earth, darkens all rivers, cups the peaks, and folds the final shore in, and nobody knows what's going to happen to anybody besides the forlorn rags of growing old. I think of Dean Moriarty. I even think of old Dean Moriarty, the father we never found. I think of Dean Moriarty. Sing a song of sad young men, glasses full of rye. All the news is bad again. Kiss your dreams goodbye. All the sad young men sitting in the bar, knowing neon nights, missing all the stars, all the sad young men drifting through the town, drinking of the night, trying not to drown. Ah, the sad young men singing in the cold, trying to forget that they're growing old. All the sad young men choking on their youth, trying to be brave, running from the truth. Autumn turns the leaves to gold, slowly dies the heart. Sad young men are growing old. That's the cruelest part. Ah, the sad young men seek a certain smile, someone they can hold for a little while. Tired little girl does the best she can, trying to be gay for a sad young man, while a grimy moon watches from above. Other sad young men play at making love. Misbegotten moon shine for sad young men. Let your gentle light guide them home again. Oh,
Isn't it a wonderful song? I love that.
Oh yeah, and what's it called?
The Sad
There's a
Young
reason
Man. The Sad Young Man, which is it's a song I love, and we actually play it together.
Indeed, and I asked because this was one of the words, and I'm sure you don't mind me saying, when we were working on the pronunciation of English,
Man.
the difference between men and man was peculiarly difficult, and it's interesting for me learning Italian and really struggling with the pronunciation to see you speak English very well. I can present a radio show in Italian.
Speaking about drawing and drawing, that's the other thing. They're always the mistake that I do.
Yeah, so that song was a perfect little study in a few English vowel sounds, and also had the wonderful Richie Cole on alto. There's a great record by an American singer called Selena Jones, whom I used to play with, and she was at Ronnie Scott's on Sunday lunchtime, I think. A record of her with Richie Cole, that alto player on that track, which is worth looking out for if you can find it. In fact, it's with her and Kenny Burrell. Maybe I can dig it out and we play it next time. I think she'd like that.
Absolutely. The next time will be, I think, the 11th of December. So for the moment, we are doing one Monday per month. Let's see then how it goes, if we will make it more intense. But I think for the moment, 2 hours per month will be fine. Let me introduce one guest that is here, and Eddie from Frizzante, and he probably also know the problem that we have with the pronunciation, because he's Italian as well. Prego, Eddie, just to say hi to our guest.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for having me here.
Our pleasure.
Definitely, as an Italian, we always got a bit of a trouble in our pronunciation. I mean, it's always been like the laugh and the joke between our foreigner, but it's kind of a good thing. Then
that's why they love us, no?
Yes, the sound.
No. The reason we love you is you've brought with you not only some fantastic cake that you've baked, but also a bottle of wine, which is very civilized for a Monday afternoon.
That's fantastic, just to start the week in the right way, right?
So we're gonna come back to all that.
We will speak with
soon.
Eddie, absolutely. Who is Eddie? What he's doing, and once that because we will probably leave us at 6.
Yes. So at 8 o'clock, I have another gig at the club up in Hampstead. We're doing a quartet tonight with Martin Shaw, who's a wonderful British trumpet player. One of the greatest trumpet players in Europe. He really is. So I think there are a handful of tickets left if you are in North London this evening. This is the venue we mentioned earlier. It was formerly the Duke of Hamilton pub, a beautiful old 200-year-old pub on New End, just up the hill from Hampstead Tube Station.
Oh, yeah.
And they suffered a flood back in May. And we didn't realise the connection, but we just played the tune The Deluge from John's album before. Maybe that was linked to the flood in Hampstead. And they've been closed for a few months, and we opened again last Thursday as a full-time jazz club. They're going to be having jazz in the old beer cellar. Has been kitted out into the most beautiful, intimate little jazz venue. It really looks, sounds and feels wonderful in there. The landlord, Steve, has done an amazing job.
Steve.
Hello, Steve. Hope you're listening. He's just done an incredible job kitting it out. Sunk a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of his soul, maybe a few years of his off his life with the stress of getting it all together. But it's wonderful. Please do come down and support us.
We definitely would do. Eddie, when is your day off? Monday, usually.
Usually, yes.
Usually Monday. So probably next Monday we will come around, Steve.
Unfortunately, it'll be...
It's closed on Monday.
Usually closed on Monday.
Eddie, I'm sorry.
No, we'll be open Wednesday to Saturday, usually. But we're open every day this week for the Jazz Festival. Martin Shaw later on. John Shanoy Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Mishka Adams, lovely singer. We're doing a new little kind of Brazilian project, a little quartet.
So you're doing a lot. Will it be easy live? Actually, I know you are.
Yeah, it's a very crazy week, this one.
The crazy week, exactly. Yeah. So tell us something about this week.
Well,
because,
absolutely. The festival is incredible as well. There really are I forget how many hundred gigs, but over 9 days in London, there were just an incredible number of gigs. This is the programme here. We just thought we'd mention a couple of other little things. Emilia Martensen, one of my favourite singers, is playing at the Vortex on Wednesday night. Do you know Emilia?
Yes,
you met Emilia. You met Emilia on Saturday.
Yeah.
And Friday, also at the Vortex, but the bar downstairs at 6 o'clock, an Italian trumpet player called Fulvio Sigurta and a pianist called Bruno Heinen are doing a duo set, which is going to be fascinating. That's at 6 o'clock at the Vortex. So the Vortex is in Gillett Square, just by Dalston Kingsland Station.
So it's not far from here.
Not far at all.
Still East London.
Keeping it local.
Yeah.
And a couple of things on Saturday to mention. Fred Hirsch, beautiful American piano player at King's Place at 7:30, and at the same time at Cadogan Hall, one for you, Alessandro, from Florence, same as you, Stefano Ballani, another great piano player.
That's fantastic. Ciao, Stefano. So, I would like to hear something more from your album. Is that possible?
Absolutely. Which track should we have? We didn't cue this up yet.
And please, feel at home. So use the space, feel comfortable, like nobody would see us, but we are all here. So I'm sure all the people there come to Frizzante. It's very good there, but we talk about that later.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to have, from John's album, another one of his compositions. And this one is a kind of slightly kind of folksy Americana kind of tune. Alessandro is going to just slide up the fader for the CD player. This one is called Hand in Hand.
a track, Bill.
Thank you. Yeah, John's a clever young man.
We are just making a little prosit here for the first program. Thank you, Eddie.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. Don't be jealous.
And this gives me a great opportunity to point out the other thing that I'm going to hijack this program with, which is a little bit of environmental whinging. So
very important.
Particularly being a musician, when you're touring all the time, everyone just eats takeaways, uses a dozen plastic bottles of water a gig. So much stuff just gets thrown out, and it's really hard. It's really hard to do things sustainably. It really is. And on this tour with John, I made everyone else's life very difficult by insisting we try to never use a takeaway coffee cup, since obviously they're not recyclable. That we never used a plastic bottle of water, etc. Alessandro turned up today, and I've already told him off.
Too bad. I turned up with those. Never buy that. If I won't go ahead to do the program with Will, banned it.
Indeed.
Bad.
And luckily, I have a little studio above here.
We wash them all the time,
and we have a metal stainless steel cup from India and 2 slightly odd wine glasses, which makes us look a little bit like we're in church.
That's fantastic. Think about it, guys. Think about it. It's very important. It's the place where we all live, where other people will grow up, and so it's good to save it and to take care about it. No?
Absolutely. And in case Sadiq Khan ever happens to be listening to this program, we did vote for you to on the promise of planting 10 million trees or thereabouts in London, and haven't seen any sign of any going up yet. This is a manifesto promise yet to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
And the other really obvious thing in London, obviously the air quality in London is far worse than most people realise. People are starting to talk about it, but an awful lot of people are still completely unaware of the particulate matter, the NOx, the nitrogen oxides from diesel engines. The city, a lot of the time, is wall-to-wall traffic, cars not moving. If everyone turned their engines off while they're sitting still,
we'll do a lot with that.
So
little thing that will make
exactly. This
everything
is
a little bit better.
A theme we might come back to. And for those of us who live in reasonably central London, you haven't been here as long as I have, but it's got so much worse over the last few years. It really has, and I think the statistics do bear that out. There you go. We shall come back to it. Maybe after some music.
Yeah, meditate, people. It's very important for us. And it's just speaking about trees and green. I mean, Eddie and Frizzante is in something that I would like is a great example, because it's a farm, the Hackney City Farm. So it's a farm in the city, right?
That's correct.
And so we talk about in a few minutes when we will say goodbye to Will, and we will put a track now. And the main time we will eat something that usually is at the fabulous breakfast at the Frizzante restaurant. And the track we will put together a singer and a piano player. I mean, I try to be a singer. He is a piano player. And so it's Bill Evans and Tony Bennett. And the track name is Foolish Heart.
And Young and Foolish.
Young and Foolish, not a Foolish Heart. But it's, I will play the Foolish Heart as well. Bye for now.
Young and foolish, why is it wrong to be young and foolish? We haven't long to be. Soon enough, the carefree days, the sunlit days go by. Soon enough, the bluebird has to fly. We were one day we fell in love. Now we wonder what we were dreaming of, smiling in the sunlight, laughing in the rain. I wish that we were young and foolish again. Smiling in the sunlight, laughing in the rain. I wish that we were young and foolish
We're just doing a picture for the Instagram. Picture for Instagram. So
fantastic. Yeah, I need to leave you now. So if anyone's listening,
break a leg for the gig.
Fantastic.
Have fun. Enjoy.
Absolutely. And anyone in North London, come and join us.
Yeah.
See Martin Shaw. Thank you,
Good.
Alessandro. Ciao,
Ciao,
ciao.
ciao.
See you in 2 weeks.
See you soon.
And thank you for the cake as well. We've just had some wonderful lemon polenta cake that Eddie will
So
tell you all
good.
about
Yeah,
in a minute.
exactly. We want to know what we had. Prego Eddie, go on the mic. Ciao Will.
Hello guys, good evening.
Buonasera.
Buonasera. I'm Eddie from.
See if those goes.
Yeah, probably I'm not that tall.
No.
Lovely.
Bye.
Thank you. I'm the chef, one of the chef of Hackney City Farm, and we've been there a quite long time, about 15 years. So I feel really privileged to be one of your first guests of
the radio.
Of the radio.
It's 15 years that you are.
Yes.
Wow.
Last June, it's been 15 years. Then I've been at the farm.
Fantastic. So, and you are the one, the chef. So your recipes and everything is you.
Yeah. Of course, I got two other chefs. Then they work with me, which is H and Anis. And then we got a couple
hello
of
to them.
Yeah.
Ciao, and thank you for
Ciao,
your work.
guys. And then I got a couple of other assistant chefs, which we kind of growing together as well, because we like to try different dishes, different stuff. So we always up to the new challenger and the new dish.
Yeah, that's fabulous. That's why it's always nice to come to you. I know you are open for breakfast. You are closed on Monday, so that's why we are so lucky to have you here. But you are every day. You are open for breakfast from what time?
Exactly. I mean, we are open from Tuesday to Sunday, from 10 o'clock. Okay, up to.
So we can have breakfast, we can have lunch there, and once a week we can have dinner. Is it right?
That's right, Alex. The Thursday night, basically, we doing once a week this agri-tourismo night, where also we got always some musician or some band, then they play live music, and then we got the chef, myself as well, of course. Then we create like a special menu.
Special event, especially we talk about it. We put some music now, and they will speak about the special
Perfect.
event. And I was in one of the special event. It was great. It was brilliant. So a bit of music. Let's see if I can put something on, because of course we have to. Everything is very like a living room. So we are with friend at home, and we're trying to put some good music on. and that was the album that I just showed. And for that, I would like to say thank you to Cosmos Record. Thank you so much. Eddie, here we are. And I prepared a few questions for Eddie during the last couple of days. And one of them just come very spontaneous after what Will was saying about the importance of caring for the environment, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, that's why I recognize myself as a chef of Hackney City Farm, to be a chef like with the value and sustainability of the food where we serve, where basically we found it, and where it come from, which for us is really important.
Yeah, absolutely. So you was just telling me that what you use, also the dishes and everything is
all the disposable, basically the disposable stuff that we use in this, like cups, knife, and plates, napkins. They are environment friendly because they are sustainable, which they are really important. They are sustainable for the environment, but also they are compostable. So after then you use it, they can just be compost.
Yeah, so they will absolutely disappear then and not be there forever and ever.
Exactly.
And also part for the fact of the city farm, the raw material that you use in your kitchen for your menu, they come also from the city farm, or how you find the raw material? How important are the raw material for what you do?
Also as a chef and part of the slow food, because that is what I am as well, part of the slow food where we try to be.
So hello to the slow food.
And all the Chef Alliance as well, if there is any chef from the Alliance that is listening to the Alliance program.
Hello to all you.
Bye.
Hopefully they are.
Yeah. It's really important because we need to be more aware for the future where we're sourcing and the waste also then is happening in the market and around the world, because we producing a lot, but the waste also is a lot as well.
Yeah.
The thing where I'm sourcing my raw material, we're getting quite a lot of stuff from the growing community.
Okay.
Which mainly they are vegetable. Okay.
Good.
And they are basically...
Growing Community is an organization.
Yeah, they got different plot around London, okay? And where they growing and they crop like organic vegetable and especially seasonal vegetable.
Okay. There must be like something. I have a good friend from New York, and she's doing a project called Project Eats, and they're also growing vegetables around the city using people that probably would need to have some work.
Absolutely.
And that's how they're doing good things for us that will eat it, a good thing for the people involved in the project, which is absolutely beautiful.
That's right,
Linda.
That's why, we need to be much more aware for the future, how, we want to carry on, and we need to be much more aware where, we're sourcing the food.
Yeah. And I think also the quality is different. And what I could say about London, it changed a lot in the last 10 years, with the attention they put just in the raw material, in the research, in the recipes. So when you sit in a restaurant now, you really get a good food, which wasn't like that. I mean, many Italians that never come here, they say, in England, which is absolutely, now you have, I would say sometimes better food here, most of the time better food here, with more attention here in London than in Italy.
Yes, indeed, Alex. I'm totally agree with you. I believe, I've been in this country quite, long time, and I believe then they start to be much more aware, even the Londoner and the English aware as well, how the food is sourced, how it's made, and to be more a part of the community, which is really important in these days.
To think about what's happening every day in what we use and everything. Good. I would say now to put some music, but this time some Italian music. And waiting for our other guest, which is an artist which is not Italian. So this that Italian moment. So to make it even more Italian, we put some Italian music and we say hello to our great musician and friend Battiato.
Perfect.
Un vento a 30 gradi sotto zero, incontrastato sulle piazze vuote contro i campanili, a tratti come raffiche di mitra, disintegrava i cumuli di neve. E intorno ai fuochi delle guardie rosse accesi per scacciare i lupi e vecchie coi rosari. E intorno ai fuochi delle guardie rosse accesi per scacciare i lupi e vecchie coi rosari. Seduti sui gradini di una chiesa, aspettavamo che finisse messa e uscissero le donne. Poi guardavamo con le facce assenti la grazia innaturale di Nijinsky. E poi di lui si innamorò perdutamente il suo impresario e dei balletti russi. E poi di lui si innamorò perdutamente il suo impresario e dei balletti russi. L'inverno con la mia generazione, le donne curve sui telai vicine alle finestre. Un giorno sulla prospettiva Nevsky, per caso vi incontrai Igor Stravinsky. E gli orinali messi sotto i letti, per la notte un film di Eisenstein sulla rivoluzione. E gli orinali messi sotto i letti, per la notte un film di Eisenstein sulla rivoluzione. E studiavamo chiusi in una stanza, la luce fioca di candele e lampade a petrolio. E quando si trattava di parlare, aspettavamo sempre con piacere. E il mio maestro mi insegnò com'è difficile trovare l'alba dentro l'imbrunire. E il mio maestro mi insegnò com'è difficile trovare l'alba dentro l'imbrunire.
So, welcome to our guest. Ciao Lea, buongiorno, buonasera, buon pomeriggio. Hello, hello.
Sorry, I have my...
Yeah, exactly. It's your moment, but you
Okay.
can relax because, I mean, we will introduce you in a few minutes.
Okay.
What I will do in the time that I will choose another record is asking Eddie, how important is music in your life? Prego.
Yeah.
Take a long time because...
It's quite important. I mean, music. I'm kind of flexible, like on choosing the music. I haven't got any particular. I can be like in a jazzy mood or like on a be more techno mood if I want to be a little bit more, on a spicy, as a good chef would say. Or I can be like on an Italian mood, but otherwise, yeah, it's important to have, especially because when I work in a kitchen, I do enjoy to have some music on the background, honestly, Alex.
Yeah, but it's important too. So it's something else that makes you a little bit quiet. Sometimes you don't listen to it, but then you realize that it just influences your mood somehow. No? I think it's
yes,
something.
indeed. That's why sometimes for us, if you come like on Sunday, then it's the busiest the busiest day. You can have like the bit of techno going on,
Okay.
just to keep us, on the move.
Of course, of course. Also, after a long week, the Sunday is the day that you really need to calm down. And speaking about music, I would say just introduce the fact that on the Thursday night, which is the evening that you are open, you also do some live music, right?
Yeah. We got like a different band or different group coming on Thursday night when we do the agriturismo. And so by the fireplace, you can enjoy some really nice and good music.
That's nice. I don't know if you ever been to the Hackney City Farm, to Frizzante, but if not, I really, really suggest to try it out. It's very good, and it's so comfortable to get in. You feel at home after a few seconds that you are there instantly. So, oh, what a great place. So it's, and I say it because I was there many times. That's also why he decided to come and to be our first guest in this show. Everyone is invited. And so I will, before I put the next record, which will be another last then for today Italian song, ask something about special event that you do sometime in Frizzante.
Yes, Alex, we do like a few times per year we do a special event, as I said to you earlier.
Yeah.
I'm also part of the Slow Food, which is support like a different project. For example, this year we did like 2 big events. The first one it was back in April. Okay. Then we were supporting the Slow Food to build 10,000 garden in Africa, where kids actually they can learn how they growing vegetable and food and be more aware. And this was one of the projects that we'll be supporting. And the other one we did actually about 1.5 months ago. Then with one of my colleagues, this chef from Puglia.
I'll be there. It was amazing.
Thank you very much. We did basically a charity event. Then we were supporting this orphanage in Congo. So basically the profit he went towards to buy some new bedding for this little hospital in Congo.
Fantastic. Now Lucio Battisti, perché no?
Una volta al mese spingere un carrello pieno sotto braccio a te e parlar di surgelati rincarati, far la coda mentre sento che ti appoggia a me, prepararsi alla partenza con gli sci e scarponi, essersi svegliati presto prima delle 6 e fermarsi in trattoria per un panino e restar 2 giorni a letto, non andar più via. I semi e qualche grande vaso, col coltivare un orto sul balcone insieme a te. Chi rubò la mia insalata, chi l'ha mangiata, e rincorrerti sapendo quel che vuoi da me. Chiedere gli opuscoli turistici della mia città e con te passare il giorno a visitare musei, monumenti e chiese, parlando inglese, e tornare a casa a piedi dandoti del lei.
Here we are. So it's already 6:30, and we are arrived to the last question for Eddie before to let him go free in the farm. The question is, can you explain us one of your typical day?
I mean, the day then I would choose, it would be, for example, my day that then I got kind of, regular week. My day would be the Wednesday, then is the earliest one, because as you know, I'm a chef, but also I like to go on the market and buy my own ingredient.
Of course.
So the Wednesday is where, you go early, you wake up really early, around usually 5:30, having like a quick coffee.
Yeah, we need it. We need it,
like
absolutely.
Early in the morning.
And we can find very good coffee here in London. Another thing that's really amazing here in London.
That's right.
The Italian would say, no, true, that's what inside is this. Yeah.
And then, just adding to the market, New Covent Garden Market, where basically I'm doing the shopping for the week. Okay. Mainly is a vegetable market, okay, right. And then is, of course, wholesale. And there, it's like exploring basically what, is available, the new, like, vegetable, or like the seasonal vegetable, what is available on the week. And basically there, in my mind, it just, you got the chef mood.
You create
Exactly.
the ideas. Yeah.
You start to create the menu and the dishes basically for the weekend.
So it's like you get the color to mix and do the painting.
I mean, for a proper Christian, I would say it's like if you're going to church. You know what I mean? You know, for me, it's really a big thing. You know, and then is when my mind really starts to work really fast. You know, and you see the best you can have of the vegetable. Of course, you know, always keep in mind to be as local as we can.
Fantastico. Grazie, Eddie. Thank you so much. I'll see you at the Frizzante, of course,
Surely.
everybody there. So, you know, Hackney Road and Hackney City Farm, you just get in and there is the fantastic restaurant there and you can say Eddie and say hello. And you are more than welcome to stay with us if you have time. We will now put the new records and let the new guests come closer to the mic. Buono.
Ce soir en Tunis, a night in Tunisia.
welcome here with us. Ciao, benvenuti.
Ciao.
So, Lea, you are an artist. How that happen?
Thank you for this amazing question. First of all, thank you so much for having me. It's really nice.
You're so welcome.
It feels
I'm
really
super
nice.
happy to have you in my little house for those 2 hours.
Yes. So I already had a glass of wine and a piece of brownie, which was delicious.
Yeah.
So
you
I
had the polenta cake. It was
no,
also fantastic.
not yet,
You have
but
to. It's
maybe in a bit.
amazing. Yeah,
Good.
very good.
Okay, in a bit. Good. How to answer your question? Yeah, I guess so. By artist, I mean, this is such a big word.
Yeah, it is.
I guess I will maybe redefine myself in more the visual art.
Good.
But it's true that I started, so obviously everyone can hear that I'm French.
Wonderful. So we have
a
old mix
multilingual,
today.
exactly, great. So I started to study theater and dance in France when I was quite small. It has a big tradition in performing art in France. So lots of subvention and money from the government are going towards performing art. And then once, so I was studying maybe for 5-6 years, and then I think I got a bit frustrated with the medium itself. And I thought, I really want to get out of my comfort zone and try something different. And maybe I was a bit conceptual compared to just learning script or learning choreography, and I wanted to go a bit outside of that. And then I decided to come to London and study art. So it was quite of a spontaneous decision.
Okay.
And I arrived at Camberwell College of Art, and I studied photography. And then I went on to do my master at Slade School of Fine Art.
Okay.
Which I graduated 2 years ago now. And then, now I'm trying to make my own work. And of course, I'm working in collaboration. So I'm part of an artist duo with Mario Stamatis.
Yeah. Who is also the duo? Yeah, you and Lea?
And Mario,
Okay.
yeah.
Ciao, Mario,
Ciao,
which I
Mario.
know. We will tell you then bye.
Shame you are not here, so I'm speaking
We
on...
think you.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, I'm speaking for the both of us.
Yeah, that's true.
Now.
He's here.
Yeah, exactly. He's here. But maybe it's quite nice also to be a bit...
A ghost. Today.
Yeah, exactly. For him to be a virtual ghost. Yeah.
Virtual. Maybe it's a performance already.
Exactly. It is.
Good. And we will speak about how we met. It will be interesting.
Yes.
Shall we put a record first that you choose?
Yes.
You choose some Stevie Wonder, also because there is a connection with a work you did in 2008. Is it right?
No, it's not. So it was in 2015, I think. So it's a performance we did in Berlin, and so in our work we use lots of pop song, and we are really interested in decomposing the lyrics of pop song. So we used Part-Time Lover of Stevie Wonder, and we learned it by heart, but at the end we really wanted to sing, but obviously we are not singer, so we decided not to use the actual song, but we used the title. Part-Time Lover as our performance title. So I thought Stevie Wonder would be a good way to start.
So let's go with the Stevie Wonder track.
You're getting to be my one desire. You're getting to be all that matters to me. And let me tell you, girl, I hope and pray each day I live. A little more love I'll have to give. A little more love that's devoted and true.
Ghost Intimacy. Part 1. A Net Romance. Performers. Leah and Mario. A narrator. Scene. Performers Leah and Mario arrives from the audience. They look at each other and set up the computer. 2 chairs and possibly 1 table. Leah sits, Mario stands up. Narrator is not physically present. Act 1. How deep is your love? Leah and Mario sit and pose. How deep is your love? Is it like the ocean? What devotion are you? How deep is your love? Is it like nirvana? Hit me harder. Again. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? How deep is your love? Is it like the ocean? Pull me closer. Again. Act 2. Permanent performance. Primal movement. Workout routine. Leah. Hey, hope you are well. I must tell you that I have tried, but I thought it would be easier. Mario's. It never is. I promise. I won't say no for no reason again. Leah. Hey, are you still here? I wanted to tell you. My mind feels weird somehow. I can't stretch it. As if there was a sort of intimate magic. Mario. I'm sure you will say, it must be stress. Then a no, and then a yes. The worst times are the best. They are always passing away. Leah. Red beet juice. It's good for your blood. That phallic-shaped root. I don't think I'm flexible enough. Marius. How long have we been here for? I don't think I can. Mother worship. They can grow really fast. Act 3. When we have each other, we have everything. How deep is your love? Is it like the ocean? What devotion are you? How deep is your love? Is it like nirvana? Hit me harder. Again. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? How deep is your love? Is it like the ocean? Pull me closer. Again. How deep is your love? So this was just a small extract from a performance that we've kind of, it's an ongoing performance that we've done for the last year. So a lot of our performances are to do with love and the relationship in general, and the conception of romantic love and what it means to be in a romantic relationship. So again, we use lots of pop songs, so I don't know if people recognize some of the lyrics were from a very cheesy pop song of Calvin Harris, How Deep Is Your Love. So we really try to depict from those songs, and then we add movement into it, or movement based. We are definitely not dancer, and then sound and voice. So that was a small extract, imagining that Mario was playing his own part.
Absolutely. I'm sure he was thinking at us and listening for what we was doing, what you was doing. And what we will do now, we will put a track from Dizzy Gillespie, the trumpet player, and during the track you will show some picture of something we did together. Exactly. So you want to introduce exactly what the people will see? Yeah, so we met 2 months ago, it was 2-3 months ago. So we've been working on a project together called Scenarios of the Pool after Blue Interval. And this was a performance that we worked together on in a swimming pool in the Peckham experiment. So that's a building based in Peckham, South London. And it was an experiment run between the 20s and the 50s, which was kind of a social center / a family planning / leisure center for families to come and either do some sport or have some leisure time. And then now, unfortunately, it has become a residential area. Unfortunately, but fortunately, they kept the building as it is. So we performed in the swimming pool, which is full usable swimming pool. So we were inside the water, inside the freezing water,
But we used some of the archive from the experiment, but also invented new stories around the swimming pool and what it means in social context to be in a pool and to work collaboratively and collectively as a group.
Wonderful. So we go ahead with a song, and you can show us the picture. In the meantime, we already say goodbye to all the people that watched us. And
Thank you.
so
Thank you
much.
for having me.